didn't care what my mom and dad thought for what I did for a living, what I do for a living. I knew I'm going to be successful. 2017 was the year I became a millionaire. Make money in sports betting, you had to make 55.5% or 56.5% or something like that. Very low in the 50s to make money in sports betting. I'm hitting 80% every season.
Welcome to the One Hustle Show, where we're here to inspire,
motivate,
and educate you about other people's hustle in hopes that you can find
your why.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the One Hustle Show. My name is DC, and I got my co-host, the New Home Yogi. We have a dear friend today and a very special guest.
Oh, well, thanks for having me, guys. I go by AJ. My company is Bet with AJ Consulting LLC. AJ started from AT&T, actually. Okay. That was one of my first official careers that I've started after college. And it actually taught me everything about how to probe with customers, how to build rapport, just being the best salesman you could be. And I'm pretty good at selling. So selling my services nowadays. And back in the day it was all products, right? So I've always been good at that. And that's kind of where it all kind of started. I worked at Starbucks as well. So Starbucks, AT&T, they kind of go hand in hand. They have one of the best training there is out there. Disney, Starbucks, and AT&T. I think they're up there with one of the best customer service, training, things like that. So that's kind of where it all started. Like the brand, like I've always knew I wanted to be in sales, and next thing you know, I wanted to kind of, build my own brand and go on from there. So yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that training. Like, what was it like?
These are hard questions. I'm going back 14 years now. I think it's just, I've never been afraid to speak to people, get to know new people, network with anyone. Like, you guys know me, and I'm very outgoing. I'm never like, let me hold out a little bit. No, I'll say what I have to say, the first impression, and if they love me, and they love me. If they don't like me. So I think the fear, I really don't have fear. Like, when it comes to, only fear I do have is, though, like, I think it's public speaking. I think I had that conversation with Laurel, and maybe I should get into it, but I never really cared to, So the training, it's pretty much, we're going back a long time ago. Starting with customer service to, building relationship with each and individual person that walks into that store. So I remember when I worked there, I had customers that came into my store like every year. Every first year, second year, third year, fourth year, they'll come back and see me for upgrades, activation. They'll tell their friends about me and like whole bunch of other stuff. So I knew I had a talent. Like, I knew how to grab certain individuals. I knew it, like, back then when I was like 20 years old. And then I'm like, all right, well, this is doing pretty good. And started at, sales associate for like 2 years. And then they promoted me because my numbers were nuts. I was like number one in the district almost every year. So I crushed it. And then went from that, supervisor, and then lead, assistant store manager, and then the general manager for the entire store. I was 22 years old. So I thought I was killing it back then because I was pulling in 6 figures a year, right? But working 60 hours a week or a little less, but I got burnt out. Like, the money just stopped. It capped out, So I'm like, what should I do after that? So, and then, yeah.
So AT&T, Starbucks, for how long?
Starbucks was first. I think I was like 19, 18 years old. I've worked a lot of jobs. I'm just giving you jobs that are worth mentioning. So I'm not going to, my first job was Little Caesars, $5.15 an hour. Ulta Indicator. No, Charleston Indicator. Remember that, Little Caesars? Yes, I don't know if you guys remember that. I took the bus to get there from Bonanza High.
So that's really where some of this shit started, is like, it starts in your childhood. It starts from things 100%. That happen in your childhood that trigger something in you when you're older that's like, Because that's how it was for me. It's like, there's a trigger and a point that happens from your childhood that you carry on, and then you somewhat develop and go pursue this career.
100%.
Build yourself. From job to nothing. Like I pushed carts. That was one of my first jobs.
Yeah.
So
I have too.
But tell me about your childhood and how that kind of molded you to be this person.
Yeah. Childhood. I mean, I come from nothing. My parents were poor middle class, lower middle class. I would say pretty low. I've grew up in apartments all my life, and then and my parents, my dad got a pretty good, decent job in LA, and then we moved to Orange County. I was born in England, and I moved to the States when I was 4 years old when my parents separated, and then I grew up ever since then in California. So, but it was just ups and downs, roller coaster ride every day. And I was by myself for 14 years, and then I had a little brother at 15. So I was 15 years old. So we have like a 14-year gap. It was rough, man. I think I always wanted to do better than, everyone around me. So meaning like not trying to like shit on them, but like just to be a better person itself overall, So I think the hunger of not going broke or staying broke is what kind of got that flame going.
Is there anything?
I've seen people go through hell and back, like 06, 05, the recession. My parents have lost their houses, and that scared the crap out of me. So, but I always knew I wanted to do something in my life. I wanted to leave a legacy before I leave this earth. So, did you have like a vision when you were younger? Do you ever have like visualizations? Man,
or see other people with stuff and be like, dude, that's the shit right there.
So I grew up in an era where there's no iPhones. There's nothing. I'm 32 years old. So iPhone came out when I was just graduating Bonanza, 07, which I got that phone. I was such a badass when I had it. I'm like, oh shit, I got this iPhone. I spent $700 on this, while working at Little Caesars.
That was a big flex.
I blew my 2-week paycheck on that fucking phone. It was
that
so
when
funny.
Did they have video back then?
Hell no.
It was like
It was all green messages.
Yeah, you didn't even.
And you know what we like about green messages? We don't like them.
Right?
No way. Yeah.
Oh
Gotta
my
get that
god.
bubble.
We got the blue bubbles. No, I'm kidding. But I forgot the.
I was talking about like visualization and stuff like that. Did you ever see anything visualized?
You want to know something funny? I've never, you guys know I own 3 supercars now. I've never had a poster growing up. I've never had a Lambo, Ferrari, nothing. I've never had anything in my room to motivate me. I don't know what it was. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out how it got everything.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
That's why I want to know. I'm like, where did it come? Because I remember,
Nothing.
like,
So I'll speak to that because you want to hear something crazy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Nobody rides motorcycles in my whole family.
Mm-hmm.
Like I am the only one.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that I can think back to is I later learned in life my dad didn't like to fly.
Right.
He'd drive everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And when we lived in Lake Tahoe, he'd drive to Vegas back and forth.
Yeah.
And there'd be the motorcycle rallies and he'd like get me out of the car and like set me on the hood and let me see like miles and miles and miles of motorcycles roll
Sick.
by.
Yeah.
So that's where I think it got in my blood because there's no one that rides in my family. I didn't have posters. I didn't visualize like Daniel, like any of that.
she wants to work on cars. She saw Phil grinding out like a hood. She's like, I want to do that. I'm like,
was like,
why?
Because it's fun. I've done that too.
And she
I
wants
want
to.
Phil to
I
teach
could
me
wrap
how.
a car if I want to.
Oh, she like that.
Yeah,
she
I could
That's
do
my
window
jam.
tint, all that. Like I used to work on my cars back in the day. And I think before, now time is money to me. So I just rather pay someone and then have that time to focus on something totally different that makes me money. But back in the day, yeah, I love to get my, elbows dirty, fucking just, work on my cars because it was therapeutic for me back then. So I think, yeah, like when I was growing up, I didn't have Lambo posters.
It was like
I
hunger.
think I've always, I think it was
You were
hunger.
hungry.
So,
Like-
most people have like a fear. They have fear of heights, spiders, snakes. My fear is going broke. Like it's weird. That's like, I've always said that. I think I was like 18, 19, 20. I got my own first car when I was 18 years old. No cosigner. I paid fucking 18% interest rate on that because I was a first time buyer. It was just crazy. Like that time of the era was so different than now.
What was
And
What was that first car that changed your
it was
life?
a Hyundai Tiburon. Yeah, like I literally, you guys see my post. Like I'm everything that I write is 100% true. And there's people on my Facebook account. They know me since high school, so they'll know I'm like, man, this guy legitly drove a Hyundai. It was super tricked out, by the way, too.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
You had,
dude,
like,
it was lower.
Did you have like the wing on the back and shit?
I didn't do all riced out. I've never been that riced out kind of guy.
Oh,
but
she was. She had a wall of 12s in the back of a Honda Civic.
But I had neon lights on the underglow. What is it? Underglow nowadays they call it.
I think it was on
Underglow
Need for
LED
Speed.
lights.
It was just like a setting on Need for
Yeah,
Speed.
yeah. I had them running around those car shows in Vegas. It was fun. That was like but I've always loved cars. Ever since I watched Fast and Furious came out. 2003.
The original?
2003.
Original.
Paul Walker is my favorite actor. Dude, like when he died, I was at the
Legend.
the place at Santa Clarita. Like I was in LA when he died. So I actually went there. I saw Tyrese was crying. It was the craziest thing in the world. I'm like, oh my God, this really happened. But yeah, no, I've got into cars and stuff. I think having nice stuff, what I wanted. I wanted that kind of stuff. I think I had a conversation with a friend of mine a couple months ago about that as well. Like where I live now, I think about 10 years ago, I had a Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. I drove to where I live. I parked my car on the golf course, Bears Best, that golf course, like where we all meet up at. And I looked at those houses when I was 10 years, like if this was 10 years ago. And I looked at those houses and I told him, one day I will own a house here. And at that time, I'm working at AT&T. There's no way I could living in a multi-million-dollar home. So like I told myself, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I can to get in here, network with the right individuals, and go off from there. So that I've literally have done that. I just shared a Facebook post about that. I got my first Lambo in 2017. The Lambo I still own to this day. I drove it there and I parked there. There's a photo I just shared. I'll show you. Want me to show it to you guys?
Absolutely.
Okay,
We'll pull it up in the video. This is
Okay, cool. Like it's awesome. Literally recently, because it was like I just got it, and I don't know where it was. Hold on. Look at that.
Bears Best.
2017.
That's crazy.
Crazy,
That's
right?
what your car used to look like?
Yeah, bone stock.
Right.
Yeah, and that was Bears Best, and I told and I didn't even live there then.
Oh, you just drove it up?
No, I drove it up there, and I manifested. I'm like, all right, cool. Everything's checking off the checklist off of my goal board, vision board, right? I'm like, all right, let me drive the Lambo now. Like, I got one thing done, and then fast forward 2 years later, I was a homeowner. Craziest shit in the world, man.
So how do you pay?
Was that the first house you bought?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I had multiple homes, but it just to live in that zip code was always been a dream of mine ever since I moved to Vegas. Like that was the
What
top.
year did you move to Vegas?
07, 06, and 05, 06. I was like, I think junior year in high school.
How did you end up here? Your parents?
Parents, yeah. My parents got father got a job at, I think, Caesars. Yeah. And then he got laid off. So they were here for 2 years and then moved back to LA. So I've raised myself since I was 18. No parents, no help. It's crazy. So
That was probably good for you, though.
I think that's what kind of got me going to a point where, hey, you got to get this shit going. No one's going to help you but yourself, because most people, they have people to fall back to. I didn't. So that hunger got me going every day, every week, every month, every year. So, yep.
Hunger.
Little Caesars.
Little.
AT&T.
Yeah, what happened
Little
after
Caesars,
AT&T?
Starbucks, AT&T.
Well, then where?
AT&T. After that, I've worked at other cell phone, services, but didn't work out as much as I wanted to. Different political culture, but 2013. Me, as I am a pro gambler, sports handicapper, so I got into that back in 2011, right when I turned 21. And it kind of, I don't know. I've always liked sports, but I never played sports. And I never played. Come on, man. I'm 170 pounds.
Neither have I.
Yeah, come on now. Maybe table tennis, but that's about and beer pong.
We're going to put that to the test. We'll see.
Oh, I know. I see you. I have one up there in the other room. But 2013, I think 2012 is when I kind of got into investing in sports. And man, it was crazy. When I first started, everyone's like, "You're crazy. Oh my God, it's not going to work out. You're going to go broke." My own parents.
What do they think about it now?
I mean, what are they going to say now?
Right?
I'm excelling every year.
It's funny how that happens. Like when you start doing stuff that makes when people don't understand, they like to put their beliefs on you.
Yeah.
Like when
Confused admirers.
I had to cut off my whole stuff.
Confused admirers.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
AKA haters.
Confused admirers. I like that.
Yeah.
I do too.
AKA haters.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't call my mom and dad a hater, but they cared.
Unintentionally or intentionally?
Unintentionally.
It doesn't. It's not a bad thing. It's real. Like people have that feeling, and whether it's intentional or unintentional, people could have good intentions but still be hating inside.
Oh, 100%. I think we all get that every day.
Just the way they perceive stuff. But
Yeah.
it's like you have to constantly, reevaluate even as yourself. That's a negative thing, and success doesn't follow negative things.
Yeah.
Follows positivity, and you follow that positivity chain. You're like, no.
Oh yeah.
No, I see the vision
jumped over
past
every
that.
barricade there is, man. Oh my God. Like slanders to this, everything. Oh my God. To this day, it's.
So how do you deal with that mentally?
I don't. I actually brush it off. Now I love the block button. That's like my best
You
friend
don't let
right
it
now.
affect you. That's doing something though.
Yeah, it doesn't affect me at
Not
all.
letting it affect you is an action.
Yeah, I don't cry. What are you gonna do? Cry? Go home and cry because Joe Schmoke from Indiana fucking don't like my page or something? No, I don't care about Bob from Iowa. That's gonna, that has no idea what a Lamborghini is. Like it's not my fault.
Yeah.
That it's like I tell people this. Like my job is not to get to your level and explain what I'm doing in life. It's not my job. Like if you're, let's say if someone, it's okay to start from the bottom. I started from the bottom, but now I'm not there anymore. I'm excelling, right? There isn't a point of me arguing with someone that's still working 9 to 5, which is nothing wrong with the 9 to 5, but someone that hates on their 9 to 5, but hates on somebody who works for themselves. Like that makes no sense.
They're just hating on themselves.
And that's why I said they're all confused admirers. 100%.
I like that.
And I will never go down to their level and be like, oh, you're da-da-da, you drive this. I don't care. Bro, at the end of the day, look where I live and look what I drive. Look where my circle of friends. I'm happy. You're not. And that's why you hate on me. So, that's kind of how I deal with it nowadays. Back in the day, I was a savage mofo. I tell you that. I was going, oh my God, I lost people, friends, like, cause I didn't care. I'm like, all right, no, you want to shit on me? All right, let's go. Let's have this battle. But then
when did that stop?
When I turned 30. No, when I turned 29, the year I bought my home. And I knew how to change my mindset. Like, hey, dude, you don't have anything to prove to anyone anymore. You don't have anything to prove to anyone. So that's when I knew.
Peace? When you realize that day, you're like, damn, I don't have shit to prove to anyone. I just go out there and just prove it to myself every day.
Yeah.
Do it for me that I'm hungry and I deserve this and I'm going to go out and get it every day.
Every day. Yeah.
It's a daily hustle.
I didn't care. Like I wake up when I want to.
I love that.
You guys all know that?
You're passionate, bro. Yeah,
but this is the thing. I built that lifestyle that fits
you earned it.
Me.
You earned
That's the thing. You guys can't do that. I get that. But you can, but you choose not to. You have we're in two different industries, right? My day starts at 4 p.m. Your day starts at 4 a.m. You know what I'm saying? I go to sleep at 3 a.m. But it's I think.
But it's funny, that's okay. We're still in the same circle. And
look at that, right?
And I love what you do. I'm like, I don't care what time you wake up. Whatever works for you.
I'm like, AJ's not up yet. We can't text him yet. Don't bother him.
No, it's okay. I wake up 23 text messages every day.
I hate that people try to put their beliefs on other people. Like, I wake up at this. I can't,
No, yeah.
I don't care what you do. As long as it doesn't affect me in my business, I don't care what you do.
It doesn't. Yeah.
And my belief shouldn't be projected onto you.
Yeah.
I really bothers me when people do that.
I personally think it could learn from everyone. who's doing good in life. You could learn. There's certain things that I learned from you, like the working out part. I see you grinding with your wife, so it's like that's dope, you know. And I wanna kind of get back into that. Like I've lost it. That's also because I work from home for the last 8 years, and it's tough sometimes. It's tough, man. Like when you don't wake up to an alarm clock, when you do what you want to do every day, you eat out every day, and that's freedom. Yes, that is, at least to me, that's freedom. But now I want to kind of, you know, health is wealth. At the end of the day, you can make millions of dollars a year, but you know, you can't do certain things. You got headaches, you got especially in the line of work I'm in, you know, I have to be in very good shape, right? Like I got to be mentally there.
Sharp.
So sharp. But you know, I don't know. It's all how you handle things, I guess, you know? Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you made a lot of money and you're like, damn, this is a lot of fucking money? Cause I remember that the other day. I was like, I remember when I made my first, I think I made like, I walked out of the bank with like 30 grand in cash in my suit, and I thought it was a shit. And I was like, her and I started working together, finally started doing like, you know, it was consistent with my shit. And I was like, dude, this is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. 2017 was the year I became a millionaire. That year. And that's the year I bought the Lambo cash. And I went to the dealership with $256,000 cash. They all thought I was a drug dealer. And this is all on my Facebook too. That's so funny because I've literally, you know, I'm very transparent. I'll show it off just so that people know that this is not, you know, a finesse out there. So they all like, I'm a young kid, 27. Like I think back in the day I was wearing like snapbacks. Ugh, I don't wear that anymore. But back then I was wearing those, and I had a hat backwards, just chilling. And I went in there with a duffel bag, and they all thought I was a drug dealer.
Was it Louis Vuitton?
No, it was like, I don't even know what it was, man. It was 5 years ago. So all I know, I got the cash. It was betting money, right? So it was when I'm in the cash business, sports betting. So I went in there, and then they're like, wow, like I've never had, the general manager came out. They're like, I've never had a guy walked in the store with that much money who wants to get this car off the lot. And then, you know, fast forward that was like the best feeling ever. And, but that was the year that I made it. That was that year. And I was 27 years old. Yeah, man.
The big play walking into a dealership with a bag full of cash.
But yeah, I wasn't worried like that. But
still, like, it changes your perception of like what's possible.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Expands your vision. Like those moments that they like change your life.
Yeah, crazy, man. To this day, I think about that, and I'm still in contact with that dealership.
Of course.
Yeah, they know me.
They won't ever forget.
Niello Maserati in San Fran. That's where I got that car. Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
When did you get your second car?
Next year. Yeah. I took a break. I mean, not really. Well, the next year was my McLaren 720S and also cash, Calabasas luxury motor cars. And then 2019, I bought the house in July or August for my 29th birthday. And then I bought the GT3 RS in December for tax reasons. So I'm like, I need to get all these. So I got everything done. And then I took a break. I still haven't bought, well, you know, I'm in the market for another one. It's kind of hard to get in cars nowadays. So got to stay on track with everything. So, yeah.
Do you have any rituals?
Rituals? No. I mean, I don't know. Rituals. What do you elaborate that? Thank you. Like singing in the shower? I mean,
I sing. It's a ritual.
I think we all talk in the shower.
I draw pictures of my jets in the shower in the morning, and how like I write my affirmations.
Jets,
shit. Dude. I have, bro. Look at awesome. Here's my jet. 2 lines. Tip. Wing. Back engine. Flare. Done.
Smart.
Describe your jet.
Dude, my jets. Okay, like. So it started with one jet, and then I was like, all right, all black jet. I was like, I want flat black. No, I want gloss black.
You could wrap it. I'm kidding. Yeah.
So it's gonna be a all black Gulfstream 550. Has to be 2020 or newer.
Facts.
And it is going to be like black chrome. So like, you know, the handrails usually just like chrome, but I want black chrome. And then the stitching, I want like gray seats like the ones that's my Audi, but blue cross stitching.
Oof.
Neon blue on the bottom. So when I land into town, you can see on the neon blue.
Look like a little big old whale.
And then I was like, you know what? I really want a couple colors, but like, I could change it to neon. I was like, no, I'm thinking too small. I was like, I need a jet for me, a jet for mom, a jet for Jamie. Orange neon for Laurel. I'm gonna get Jamie the blue one. She has her blue, or I'm gonna do neon for me. I'll give her the blue one. Once I get to 3, but then I was like, it just expands your vision. But every jet, I have them all. I can to the detail, like my pilots. I could have it all dialed in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the Mullet Henderson executive, have one down at the Strip.
Okay.
I told my mom I was gonna have a house in Summit, and I was like,
Yeah.
I had no idea how that was gonna be possible. And I was like, okay, we can do Ridges. I was like, no, we're gonna do Summit. I was like, I don't know how we're gonna do it. But Summit,
No, that's good.
That's the shit. Like
I wish actually I would
know.
have bought a lot in Summit when I was in 2019.
Like I wish I could have pulled the cash together and got a lot for a million when I was showing other clients. That,
I
know. I was too young, didn't have the resources, didn't understand, and now I do. But it's crazy, like to the detail of which I visualize. But the visualization started for me at 8 years old. I started watching The Secret because she had me watch it. I watched The Secret at 8 years old.
High five. That was.
So 8 years old.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I was an 8, but I think I was still in high school. It came out on Netflix. Yeah. Actually, I read the book, bro. The Secret. And then Robert Cobb. I've read those books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, all that. Some of that stuff nowadays probably doesn't apply as much because it's so much social media influenced out now,
Yeah.
So, it's a lot different. But The Secret, manifesting everything, law of attraction, all that. I mean, dude, that shit's real.
So that
is so true.
That's how I started.
And I literally told you guys about my Lambo, how I got that. The house, I manifested that in 10 years ago. And I did the same thing in my Lambo back in 2017, going into where I live now.
So when did your manifestation start for the Lambo?
Well, I've always been a car guy since I think I was 6, 7. I was a kid. I don't remember going back, but I've always liked cars, and that was like my gateway to freedom. You could drive, on a vehicle, you could just drive. You could go anywhere in the world, technically, not the world, but the country. If you have, FU money, then you could probably fly it out there to Dubai or something.
Oh, but I want to talk about that.
I think that's like where the car, I think started from, 7, 8 years old. And, cars got bigger, money got longer. So it's or faster in the state, in the car thing. So it kind of worked out. What
6, 7, 8 years did you start manifesting your house?
It was mainly the neighborhood where I wanted to live in.
Which was what year?
Oh my God. I was 21. I had the opportunity to go into the neighborhood when I was 21 years old.
8 years.
No, it was a long time ago.
8 years from
21 to 29.
Oh, yeah,
I was
that's
trying
true.
to correlate the time.
Oh,
it got
okay,
quicker.
I helped you.
So you started with the cars from 6 to that's where I was going.
Oh, okay.
Started with
no
the
worries.
cars from 6 to 7.
Yeah.
And got it at what age?
I had nice cars. I have Audi RS7s and all that other good stuff. But I would say I was 22 years old. My Audi S5, 23 RS7. And I had,
so 7 to 22, and then you got shorter. Is what I was talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
So the
we track
time
manifestations. It's called time hopping for us, like quantum leap time hopping, whatever you want to call it. The time from the manifestation to say actually getting a thing, and from the first one to the next one to the next one, it gets shorter. Dude, she'll talk about somebody.
Oh, okay.
She'll talk about somebody.
That's awesome because I've never thought about it.
5 minutes later, a phone will ring. Their name will pop up. Somebody she hasn't talked to in 9 years.
That's amazing.
So we got to be careful of what you think about.
You
gotta. So like the thing when you were talking about just brushing it off, and that is so powerful to not let things bring you down, because like what you think about, you become all day.
You become rich in your mind way before you become rich in your pockets. 100%. I remember the fake it till you make it thing. Oh, that's so true. But I'm not the kind of guy that's going to show that I have it when I don't fucking have it. But in my mind, I always told myself.
Tell me about that. That's what I want to hear about.
Okay. Oh, well, that's when it's high school, college. I've seen around people. I've always been around good people all my life, thankfully. And it kind of worked out where, I think I was 18. I'm like, I want that car. I want that car. I remember right when I graduated, because I took the bus. I took the bus to go to school. Yeah, I walked because I've lived in Summerlin ever since I moved to Vegas. I don't know how I got zoned to Bonanza. So I had to take a bus, Charleston bus, bro, and get off on Fort Apache and then walk from Fort Apache to Sahara and Grand Canyon. You know, sometimes I get, you know, rides and stuff, but I would say 60% of the time I've done that. And I'm 16 years old doing this, dude. Like my dad was working from, I don't know, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So he can't pick me up. My mom never, you know, worked. So she had my little brother. So she was watching for him most of the time. So I think that whole, what I like the fancy stuff. But I'll be honest, you know, some people say, oh, why do you need to F your money off on watches or a car or a nice whatever? People don't understand. When you wear, like, let's say a Rolex, when you put that Rolex in your wrist or you wear that, you can never go back, man. You look at it, all right, I got to hustle hard.
Her car changed my life. Her car,
100%.
Her car changed my life.
That's why I bought this.
The car, I love that.
So I think you inspired that. I'm not going to lie.
You just bought that?
When I passed my loan stuff.
So this was all within the midst of like, but like it was like one of those big things of like
it literally gives you that courage,
the energy
man.
I saw that it brought to her. I was like, oh my god,
it's insane.
When I look at my wrist, I remember every
like
time
I could cry. The energy it makes you feel like
this. I got it 2018, and now this watch worth $30,000 more than I bought it for. You know, so it kind of worked out. Like anything that I've
invested. It's not about the money. It's about how it makes you feel.
It makes you
and
feel,
it doesn't matter what it looks like for you. It makes me feel good.
100%.
I like nice things, and there's nothing wrong with liking nice things.
No, like it's like, you know, back in the day, people were like, before the social media shit, like, why do you got to show it off? Why have to do that? I'm like, why not? You will bust your ass every day to have a nice car, nice clothing, and but you have to spoil yourself eventually. If you don't, what are you working hard for?
I feel like those people that say that and think that.
Confused admirers.
Not just confused admirers.
Yeah.
I think they have lack mindset
Lack
and
mentality.
money blocks.
100%.
But that's what he was talking about. He's like, I'm not here to try to change their perception of what reality is.
I'm not here to change a broke person's mentality.
That's not my job. That's your journey, not mine.
You fucked it up. I didn't do anything.
And those hard lessons are a part of your journey. That's
part
what
of your journey. It's not like I just told you. I took the bus while there's kids in Range Rovers driving in my high school.
I moved to Summerlin. She made me walk to and from school to teach me a lesson.
And it worked, bro.
It worked. I pushed carts.
Now.
I started dating Jamie pushing carts. She picked me up from Henderson. Would drive all the way to Summerlin.
Oh, he'll leave out why he was pushing carts, but it was a good lesson.
Yeah. I did some stupid shit. My mom.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Laid it down.
I've pushed carts too. I mean,
it was the best lesson.
But it was the best
I
word.
told my parents, if you pick him up or drop him off, rain, snow, shine, whatever, you won't see him again.
Woof. It's crazy.
Tough love at work.
That's tough love, but
there's
it
something
worked.
Jordan Peterson posted on Instagram. You were talking about like raising kids and stuff like that. It was wild. That he was saying, you know, the people that aren't really hard on their kids and you know, like really kind of guard them. They grow up and they want to like experiment and they do stupid shit.
100%.
And then the kids 100%. Fuck up all the time. You know, they chase life doing good, but you get the balance.
You really do. I
had some balance. I was blessed enough to have the balance. She had. I mean, you know.
Yeah. I never got caught up with the law. I have no record on me. I've cleaned everything. That's one thing. I've always been afraid because I'm not built for prison, man. I'm not. I got gangster homies, but I'm not built for prison. That's what they're there for. But I'm just being honest. But, you know, I cut the check. You do the rest type of thing, you know. But I've never done any stupid shit to where I'm going to be in jail or feds coming after me, nothing like that. It's just, you know, I've cut school. I've done stupid shit, parties, drugs. You know, I've done my fair share of smoking weed and all that. But, you know, it never, you know, dictated how I was going to be when I grow up. I think it was just like, hey, let me experiment this. What are they talking about? What are they doing differently than I'm not doing? Let me try it. If I don't like it, I'm not going to do it. That's how I kind of, you know, fix my mentality. So there's certain things I don't do anymore because I don't care to do it. Like, I don't care what you do. That's fine. That's you. But now I have my own platform where I could do what I want. You know what I'm saying? Good things, not bad things, but I still put out positive energy, positive vibe to everyone that comes around me.
Oh, 100%. So, you radiate that. That's why we connected with you.
Yeah.
How crazy, like, dude, right? I was like, I manifested this.
That's funny.
In November, I was writing down, I want friends that are millionaires. I want friends that are successful. I want people that can hang around and like, or fill my cup. I want people that are like, and I wrote this down and like, it was so profound, like going out with you guys the other night and like, I was like, wanted to cry when I got home. I was like, this is fucking amazing. Like,
Yeah, your mom was telling me, man, about like how you guys come from good families, but it's good. Like,
but people you resonate with. It's not about how much
crazy.
money you have.
No,
I don't get the money. There's people.
I have cut off people that's worth $100 million. I have cut them off.
We fire clients that are like, we
care.
got 73 million in the bank. I don't give a fuck what you have in the bank.
Boom.
If you treat me like shit and you treat other people like shit, I'm not going to represent you.
Yeah, 100%. Like I've literally have cut ties with millionaires before. I've shook hands with billionaires, millionaires. There's certain people. Elon Musk just recently tweeted something I think that resonated with everyone's minds who follows him. He said, I think it's not, it doesn't matter how much money someone have. They could still be idiots.
Money doesn't fix
Swear. Man, I know so many people with money, they're freaking idiots. Like they don't know how to do this. They would never be able to sit in a room full of people and have them value your opinion because you sound like an idiot. If that makes sense. Like I'm like, I can't have a conversation with you. I can't. How did you make your money? Oh, I don't know. I just did this. I got lucky. What? What the fuck? No, you have to have a story. But most of those people, they probably, I don't know, maybe the hard drugs they have done, they've probably fucked up a couple of brain cells in their head. I don't know, man. But I've literally cut ties with people. I do not care nowadays. I don't associate.
What's that
if
threshold?
you don't
What's
bring
that trigger
me
for you? Like, oh no, I need to cut you off.
peace.
I know you said that.
Biggest thing for me.
You said something the other day.
Relationships.
You said something the other day. You said if it doesn't, what did you say about
If it
peace of
doesn't
mind?
bring me peace.
Today, I posted it today.
Oh, we didn't see it on
You
your
told-
post. You
a
spoke
juice
it
at the juice place.
Oh, right. But
No.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
No, and I.
You're right.
it
You're right.
resonated
Stuck
with
with me.
her.
Yeah.
I was like, if it doesn't bring me peace,
This comes to friends, relationships, business, money. I mean, you could go on and on and on. If it doesn't bring me peace to my home, my friends, circle, my phone, anything, if I'm not happy, I am not fucking with it anymore. I'm not. I've been through 2 car accidents. I'm almost died twice. And I've had horrible relationships in the past that I have always thought, oh, they'll change. They'll bring me peace eventually. They'll do this. Oh, they've been there for me. They wiped my ass when I was sick, type of thing. No, it doesn't work. They will never bring you peace. It's their habit. It's the fucking habits that they have. So like we talked about at the juice place too. Press Juice, free sponsorship. But I think it to me, definitely peace. Like me, I could finance myself. I just want good people around me. I think when I set up the whole group of Las Vegas supercar group, with gathering everyone and then my other friends, who set it up originally, I wanted to make sure that whoever we bring in stays with us long term. This is not Motel 6. No, I don't want people to go, all right, you're out, Alf. Nope, you're bad vibes. No. First, we'll hang out with you, see how you do, and then you could come into our lives. We're in our 30s. I'm in my 30s at least. I do not, have time to. I'm not a trial dummy. My mindset is not like, oh, let me have this person fuck my head up for 2 years, 3 years. Oh, let me cut you off now. No, I'm gonna know immediately. I'm a gambler, bro. I've been doing this for what I've been doing it for 10 years. I know what I could kind of see the future a little, But I think
you know how to trust your gut. You go with your gut.
Man.
So let's
Yeah,
talk
I
about
do.
that because that comes in with the law of attraction and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think you have your brain, which processes information. You have your stomach and your gut that tells you so. Your brain will be telling you, oh, what about this? Oh, but your gut tells you, nope, fucking cut them off. Or no, do this. Or,
100%.
And talk about that and how you use that because that's amazing. I mean, that's what you do for a living. You trust your gut.
100%. It comes with a lot of that, but you
Calculated.
I know you study.
It's a calculated risk, right? What I do, but I think it's mainly the gut feeling. It's 80% right. I mean, oh man, I've cut off people, relationships. I think I learned to listen to my gut. I think when I drowned when I was a kid, I drowned when I was a kid. I almost died. I to this day I can't really swim that well. I'm not kidding. I drowned when I was in.
Is that
yeah, man. Yeah, I can't. Wait, go ahead.
Nothing.
But no, yeah. So that kind of like, oh man, like you almost died. And then I had a huge car accident in 2018, where I flew out the car's windshield. I broke my sacrum, my pelvic bone, and a whole bunch of shit happened to me. I couldn't walk.
That changed your
I
perception.
couldn't go number 2 for 3 weeks.
It changed your perception on life.
Yeah. And I was, at that time I was in a relationship for 7.5 years. I knew she wasn't the one for me. The year after I was recovering, I knew. And that was like a big...
That's hard though.
Oh man. Yeah, it was hard. She was my best friend at the time. So, but sometimes you got to let them go. And now hope she's doing good type of thing. But I'm happy. As you guys all know, I'm ecstatic about life. And that's what I did. I did to make me happy, because person or the place, anything will not bring me peace. I couldn't do with it. God gave me another chance to live, man, in 2018. So why the hell I'm going to fucking like dwell around like in someone else's life or a place I don't want to be, or a circle of friends I don't want to be around with anymore. Like I have cut people off this last pandemic, recently, last 2 years, without giving any fucking notice.
Notice.
People,
I do not give anybody up. Delete, block, Facebook, Instagram. Oh man, don't give them notice. You don't even have to part way gift anymore. Cut them off. Don't text them back. Block them.
I have somebody that says,
and they'll come running after you.
You need to have closure.
Huh?
I have a friend that tells me
100%.
you need to have closure, and I was like, I did have closure. I'm done.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah,
and I think I'm blessed that I learned that from her, because I cut out
a great mom,
everybody out of my life. I'm blessed. I
man,
know I'm blessed.
You two are
but
crazy.
I cut everybody out of my life.
So proud of you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's all thanks to her.
Yeah.
But he's my mentor now.
That's amazing.
It's not okay. So the reason I'm her mentor is because I've fed with my mind since I was 16 years old detailing cars. I listen to audiobooks instead of music when I detail cars.
Man, that's insane.
I mean, I wake up at 4 a.m.
Yeah. I remember, it's funny because you're an early bird.
No, that's a learned thing. That's not
naturally.
I'm naturally lazy, bro. I stay until bed until 11 o'clock.
I
have a crazy fiance that lives at home that likes waking up early in the morning.
No. That's not even how this all started. I started the fucking craziness.
She did.
Me.
And then Jamie joined it, and Jamie loved.
But listen, this is what happened.
Listen, Linda.
When I got pregnant with Daniel, my natural system switched from
circadian rhythm, if you want to get technical.
A what rhythm?
Her circadian rhythm.
I was going to say Armenian rhythm. I don't know.
Because he would stay up all night and not sleep ever.
That's me.
And then sleep
That's why we're best friends.
noon as a baby.
Yeah.
Sleep until noon or 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
3 in the afternoon, right?
And
Right when you wake up.
Yeah.
My body, because of how to be to breastfeed and all of those things,
You're up.
switched to being like a night owl, but that was not me organically. Like, the happiest I ever am is when I beat the sun up. Like
she watches it turn from black to fucking like yellow and
happiest
orange.
For me
so
is when the sun goes down.
Right.
Hey, it's still the same color. It's still the same color.
This city has made me millions of dollars, but I hate the heat. Like summertime, you guys not gonna see me till like 5 p.m. I do not get out of the
Red
house.
Rock Cabanas right before they close.
That's it, bro.
Now we're
I don't. Like I get what you're saying.
Come to Red Rock Pool with us.
Oh,
I'll get you the closed door cabana with the misters and shit.
I know everyone at Red Rock. My good friends are in the director and vice presidents and all of them. Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll go there. Cabanas. Yeah, absolutely. We'll take the whole crew out. It'll be fun.
Oh, that's what I do on weekends in the summer because I hate the heat.
I
hate the heat.
Jamie used to work out at night.
Right.
Daniel used to work out at
night.
I
did late
and
at
then
night, like
I
midnight.
talked them into
like
doing
11 o'clock
morning.
midnight.
And now Jamie can't even think.
No, not morning. Late night at 4 a.m.
Right.
When people are still sleeping.
Right.
She would go to the gym and drive all the way to Henderson, which was a 45-minute drive from where we lived during quarantine to work out.
I drove to his buddy's house to Horizon from my house 5 days a week to work out with the trainer.
You were 22 then.
21, 22, yeah.
Wow.
Because it's been a couple years. Because I've evolved from that trainer, and then I went with another trainer that would do 4 a.m. We'd start our workout, and I went really hardcore, and I got fucking burnt.
Yeah, I just wish I was a early bird, so I could work out with you.
But everybody has their optimal time. Right. I talk about this. I'm like, that's why I say it's okay that you have your time, because I prefer to work at that time. But my career choice does not allow me to work at that time.
100%. I get
it doesn't. I have to be
totally,
available for people, and I get to do
which
that
is
every day.
9
and I'm
to
thankful
6.
for that.
I get it. Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Definitely made a good living for you guys.
Yeah.
So no, I think it's how you handled everything, like how you handled when you're 16, 17, 18, 19.
I fed my brain. I fed my mind.
Man, I fed my mind,
and that's what brought me here. I've been doing this for I've been an entrepreneur for 9 years. I own my detail company before.
I remember that.
So it's like I've almost been in this shit for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then I just started this business, which I started day zero.
That's crazy.
I learn every day.
You have to. To this day,
you have to be open to learning too.
Man, most people don't. Most people will walk into a room thinking they know everything. And those
I
are
love people and I love to learn from them.
I love listening. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a fucking reason. You listen more and then you talk less. You don't want to be that loudest guy in the room full of other people with so many resources. You don't. I mean, obviously show we're Leos. You and I are Leos. Oh, I come off like straight up like, hey, I'm AJ. You're going to know about me. You're going to know of me. And you will know for me for the next 2, 3, 10 years. You will know of me. Like I know people in high school. To this day they talk about me. To this day. But back then, they didn't care. Like, oh, who's this douchebag? Who's this pretty boy? Like that's how they were. Because I was a little,
I was a fat kid in high school.
I have my hair going.
Oh, dude, I know.
I was a little, Jersey Shore looking. Oh yeah, man.
And then the people start circling back and you're like, hey, you weren't here. No, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You can't re-enter.
No.
That shaped me.
Yeah. When I knew like I'm important more than everyone else is when I had the balls to cut people off. Because back in the day, I remember I think back in even in 2015, like 5 years ago, I remember I was afraid to oh man, this is a good person. I think they are because the intentions were nice, real, which is what I thought. But then fast forward 6 months, fake as shit. Like I noticed that right away. And then now I'm like, nope. Like I've literally, I had to check mark people. No, I don't want to hang out with you. I don't think you bring any value to my life, my family, my business. So I think we should part ways. I just tell that to my head. I just don't text them back.
I'm king of that. I'm king of that shit. I am. I mean, I'm that's how I treat. I'm very selective who I allow.
I was an introvert when I was growing up, but now I'm an extrovert. 100%. Like I think you and I are flipped.
I'm very introverted,
right?
But I force myself to do shit like this that makes me be extroverted.
100%.
I have no option to.
This is my second podcast. I mean, I've been invited to do so many podcasts before, but I never I just didn't feel the vibe. Like for me to give that person my life story, I didn't think they were worthy enough. Swear to God.
Well, I appreciate you sharing it with us.
Oh, thank you. Of course.
And I'm thankful for your friendship because it really changed my life. Getting around the right people.
Yeah, just, man.
I didn't realize that there are actually people like that out there. I really believe that they just didn't exist.
Daniel didn't like having friends. And he's like, Mom,
I'm never
so glad you introduced me to all this.
Because I didn't believe in friends. I thought, I was like, this is bullshit. I was like, I'm a solo. I'm a fly solo for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
That's how it is. It's lonely at the top. That's the thing.
100%. I think to this day it is lonely at the top.
There's something to be said about that because there's the work you have to do when nobody else is around that nobody ever sees and nobody ever claps for, that nobody ever will ever see when you struggle and you go through the shit and you're building.
You got to watch out for those people that don't clap when you win. Those people are oh my God. They'll be there when you're popping bottles.
Yeah.
As you guys know, my Instagram disabled, right? But I still go out, have fun. You guys ask me what happened. You were there. People are like, oh, okay, we make another one. No, that doesn't work that way. That's my business. What happens after that, So I think I don't know. It's going back to being around good people. I think I'm blessed. I think I was telling Kendra that I'm like, man, lately, I don't know how we found, we don't really go through friendship. We don't really go through friend circles often. We don't. We have the same friends for a long time. That's kind of person I am. I still talk to all the people that came to her party. I've known them for 10, 12 years. Every single one of them. My right-hand mans are like that. My hitters, that's what I call them. They're legit. I know them for decades. They'll do anything for me. So kind of like what you said, I don't want I like meeting new people. Yeah, that's cool. But it's that energy has to match my fucking energy. Because if you or some other bullshit comes around and you're trying to you put that manifestation on me, okay, yeah, you don't want to do that. Like it's like that there's a phrase, I don't know how to finish it off, but the birds of feather flock together. Okay.
My dad
100%.
says, lay down with dog with fleas, you'll get up with fleas.
100%.
Hang out with 4 broke people, you'll be the 5th.
Yeah.
Hang out with 4 rich people, you'll be the 5th.
You'll find more ways to make money. You'll find, like, I've shaken hands with so many
Changes your
people.
perception.
Oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy. And like, you're 24 years old, right? So imagine you're 32. We'll have this conversation again. We'll do another podcast, and we're 6 years fast forward. You'll have 3 supercars too. It's the people you know, bro. It's not what you know. Like it's legit who you know.
I think as you get around the right people, you feel the energy, and like you can match that energy, that vibration, or at least know what that feels like, so you can chase it.
100%.
He wants that Huracan that he saw.
I know, I saw that.
Dude,
you'll blow up your company, 100%.
It's
Remember I talked to you about that Jing branding before sales?
You did.
So I think do that branding if you want to be that.
Once you gave me the green light, you gave me permission to be successful. You're like, you know what? I give you. You're like, in my mind, AJ gave me permission. I'm gonna go get that motherfucking car, and I can do it.
You can.
I can totally do it.
I said, why don't you do it?
She's like, you spend that eating out a month, and I was like,
he does.
You're
We're at Jing every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
But that
Catch
makes
us there at Jing.
But that makes me feel a certain way. How nice things on people's wrists and watches and car
He loves to go out to eat.
That fills my cup.
I eat out every day for that reason. I try a different place every day.
And I used to think there was something wrong with that.
No, bro.
And I was like, oh, what's wrong with me? Because I want to eat out all day. And I'm like, no,
eat good food.
I do.
He
I'm not
was
saying
raised eating out at good places his whole life.
But it's just
so
olives when they were at Bellagio cooked my family Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh wow.
And
I know I love olives.
Yeah.
Prime, Olive, Lago, those are like one of my favorite restaurants. Like, so how you raised him is completely opposite than how my parents raised me. Taco Bell, KFC.
Oh,
my parents are poor, bro.
I fucking do. We ate Taco Bell. I slept on a mattress.
But I'm saying, my first nice restaurant was Cheesecake Factory for my homecoming, for my 18th birthday. Homecoming for Bonanza. I think I was still 17 years old. That was my nicest restaurant that I've ever gone to and I'm 17 years old, and I thought Cheesecake Factory was like the best shit out there. Now I spend $1,000 a week probably on food alone.
That's what I told him. Well, because the thing is,
easily, like we spent Javier's. I don't know how much that was,
but that's my point. Like I could do it.
Yeah.
And it's all about prioritizing what's important to you.
But this is what I say. This has come from someone that literally built a brand off of social media, got everything, got the right cars. Yes, get a supercar. You'll shake hands with the right people. We're in that kind of an era where, I'm sorry, but car is a car. I get it. That's like kind of like the broke person mentality. Oh, a car is just a car. A watch is a watch. Apple Watch does the same thing as my. Fuck you. You don't know anything about that. Soon as you get that, you'll realize you'll be able to shake hands with real big people. I think cars unites people. Thing is such a real thing to me, at least.
Cars brought me you guys.
Think about that.
I walked up to you at SEMA.
Right.
I met you at SEMA.
Right.
There's a girl that fangirls over you that follows me, and she's like, how do you know AJ? I go, I walked up and met him at SEMA.
Yeah.
Literally.
Crazy. So, like,
cars
that literally,
beautiful.
it's none of us drive Honda Civics either. So, I mean, for the listeners out there, not talking shit about Honda Civics, but I'm just saying, it literally will bring people together. And then in your line of work, oh my God, bro, you could touch millions, but just associating with the right people. Being a realtor, driving a Lambo, you go to the shows. Like, I've taken you guys to Red Rock Motor Club events, got you guys surrounded by my circle. So it's like, that's good. And they all love you guys. So that's like such an easy, our circle of friends now is so easy to just to hang out. We don't have to be anybody we're not.
I have nothing to
I'm an open book. You're an open book too.
I like it's energy exchange for me. It's like being around good energy.
Yeah, man.
Like you don't bring people around there like, oh, I'm trying to make money off this person. I'm trying. No,
no. When's the last time I don't ask you guys to buy my picks. I don't have ask one person. If you want to, you can. You see
that's
my
what
work.
I respect about you, and that's what you respect. That's what the people you surround yourself with, and it shows.
Yeah.
You surround yourself with good people.
Thank you so much.
And it's not, and it's built. It's not. It just don't happen on accident.
No, man. Yeah,
you built that. You built your circle.
8 years. Yeah, I mean, it just I built
like
the brand.
what started that was like, oh, you know what? I need to put good people around me. Like what molded that?
Being fucked over multiple times. Yeah, because
your picker gets better.
Huh?
Your picker gets better.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at me now. Yeah.
She's my gatekeeper. I don't have. It's not my gift. I like trust everybody and think they're great.
I used to.
So I just I don't associate with anybody.
Yeah.
And I have her be my gatekeeper. You meet her, then you get to me.
100%.
That's how you get to me.
I do the same thing with him.
Well, you guys balance each other out really well. So that's a solid. You guys have one of the best relationships I've ever seen.
Trust.
Mom and son. That's
fucking trust.
Yeah. That's crazy. Like,
because even
I wish I.
You
had
can't
that.
even, just because they're family doesn't mean you can trust them.
No, I get it. Oh,
you know.
Oh,
so the
shit.
trust thing is the built thing. It's like, hey, I've done enough little things to know that you won't fuck me over, because we've had situations where you had that decision to do whatever, and you did that thing.
Yeah,
you did that right thing.
Yeah.
You went the extra mile. You gave me the money back when I didn't ask for it.
Right.
You just the little shit. You know.
Yeah.
It's
well, that
basic
resonated in people's
principles.
heads. Most people don't understand that. Well, we're in a different mentality than most people. I would like to say we're the
that's
1%ers.
why we're here sharing it to them, so they can understand what that mentality is, so they
100%.
can know how to look for
100%.
it. Because people don't know how to look for it. People don't have the vision that we have because they don't have the life experience, and that's earned.
Yeah,
and that's value. Like that's the valuable shit. Like how do you see through the eyes that I see, so I don't go through the same shit?
Yeah.
Well, you reevaluate. You've said so much shit. Like reevaluate the people you're around, cutting them off without any fucking apology or explanation.
Yeah, don't just cut
them
them off.
Don't just cut them off.
He's watched me do this. I haven't talked to a lot of my family members for many
And people
years.
fucking blow our mind. Like our family had Gulfstreams, jets, this, that. We're like, I don't want any of it. I don't want to be associated with it, because it's just like, you know, we love them and there's nothing wrong with them, but the energy exchange, it's like, you know, if it doesn't bring me peace,
it doesn't.
And that's the thing. It's nothing wrong with them. It just doesn't bring me peace.
Yeah,
I've literally
talked to Kendra. I mean, you guys love it. You know, you guys love my girl.
She's amazing.
She loves you guys. And like I've had a conversation with her. I think a couple months ago. I'm like, man, aren't you glad that we cut those people off that we used to hang around with?
It's powerful.
They are now fucking each other up, and they're talking shit about each other. They're fucking their own friends. Like it's like nonstop drama, man.
It's funny
and
when
I'm
you
like,
cut people off and you see where they end up, and you are like,
yeah. I mean, I don't wish bad upon my enemies. I don't care. I just don't want to. I don't want to see your shit. I don't want to see your stories, Facebook, Instagram posts. I don't care who you vote for. I don't care what it is. I don't care. If it's not, it's just drama. I don't like.
What is that new saying that I said, Daniel? You have to let go of the. I don't know. There's something I heard on a podcast recently that I was listening to, and it says you have to let go of the.
I don't know. You have to
let go of that to get what we have.
You have to let go of the weight to drop into orbit. Like you're never going to launch off unless you drop the weight. You got to cut the weight.
Yeah, you'll just stand there.
We cut the weight.
Actually come down. Yeah.
Or you get brought down. Like that's an analogy. Yeah. Like that's the best analogy I can think for what she's saying. But that's what it is. Like people bring you down if you allow them to.
Yeah.
If you allow them to stay there long enough.
And
if
when
they
you
don't
cut
feel
the weight, then good things just like flow.
Yeah, and then
like in our business, we recently parted ways with 3 people that just didn't align. There's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with us,
and it's okay.
And I wish them the best. I hope they're successful. I wish them the fucking best, and I wish they do well.
Yeah,
but it's not going to be with me because I'm not going to allow.
Oh man,
it didn't serve me or them having them here.
100%. Yeah, and like that's what I just said. There's people that we don't associate with. It's okay.
It's okay.
They're still happy. I'm doing good. I'm healthy. They're healthy. Whatever. I just don't want to associate with you. I don't see long-term friendship with you.
Reason, season, or lifetime.
Right. Yep. And I don't know. I think most people are afraid. Like when it comes to relationships, they are afraid to let go of that person. I think we had that talk.
It's scary.
They are afraid. They're like, I can't do any better than this. I will never find that girl. I will never find that man. I've been with them for 10 years. Like I don't know how to live alone anymore. Trust me, you can live alone.
You'll be just.
You'll be fine.
What advice would you give to somebody that's going through that right now? Being somebody that's already been through that, what are some tips you give to yourself that you wish you would have had ammo going into that shit?
For me, I think time, growing up, I think it's a big thing. I mean, my mentality now as a 32-year-old man versus 22-year-old, completely different. You will be so different when we'll have this conversation in 8 years and you'll be like, damn, I think different now. Like your time is different now. You'll change your habits. And I've done that. Like, I think it's mainly how you just got to have an end goal. Like I have an end goal. I do and I don't. It's kind of weird because my goals change every couple of years, right? Exactly.
They should.
So you shouldn't have one goal. Now I have like 500 different goals. I want to get into, commercial real estate next. Hopefully we do a flip together or something this year. Get into other avenues that I want to. I just don't want to keep money in my bank for what? Get 0.5% interest? Come on now.
Not making any money.
0.05% interest, whatever the hell it is. But I think my biggest advice is it's hard, man. I'm cut from a different cloth. Like I'm 1% off of who is really successful in this sports betting gambling industry. So it's hard for me to kind of give advice. I'm just trying to think.
I was talking about the relationship advice. Relationship
for the relationship. That
somebody
that
wants to let go of somebody that's like they're just hanging on, or they're keeping people that.
What I did, I went out. I was surrounded by different people. So cars, exactly. So that I had that weapon. Not a weapon. I had that getaway where I went to car shows without her, type of thing. I met new different people. That got me out of being with a bad person. Not a bad person. Somebody that doesn't make you happy anymore. Not a bad person.
Bring you peace.
Yep.
So, that's kind of how me and Kendra met. Is, it's hard to kind of like give the advice, but you just can grab your balls and then do what makes you happy. I think anything that you do, life, relationship, health, like if you're fat and you're still eating fucking nachos and cheese and Taco Bell, and then you go look in your mirror and be like, I'm fat. That's your fuck up. Like, go work out, stop eating like shit, eat tacotarian.
Happily take a sponge.
Happily eat some vegan food, drink some pressed juice. But switch that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a little heavyweight 2-3 years ago. There's some photos. I'm like, oh God, what the hell? Like, and now slimming down, not a lot of stress anymore. Well, it's weird because I'm a gambler, but the peace brought me so much peace within the last 2 years. Pandemic, I think, fucked a lot of people over. I mean, I was technically, quote unquote, I was unemployed for 6 months. There's no sports happening. But at the same time, I've pivoted. I got into real estate, right? And how you got to know me is through Kate. And then she was into real estate and she was my barista. People are going to think I'm an alcoholic now. But, kind of like how everything worked out. But
everything happens for a reason.
Man.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that, though?
She did. Huh?
Everything happens for a reason.
Of course.
Because you always have something to learn.
Every day. Every person you meet, every person that comes through that door, you guys will learn about that person. How they grew up, what they have gone through, their obstacles, everything, what their goals are. Like, it's crazy, man. And that's how you could kind of figure out, like, I want to be friends with that person. They have the same goals. They're a gold digger, if that makes sense. GOAL digger.
Gold digger. I like that. Gold digger.
So you got to kind of have that, like, hey, they're that kind of people. There isn't one person. I have a lot of friends. Actually, I have a lot of acquaintances. Okay. But I have a very good few friends. So, they all do different things, they're not all millionaires, but it's okay. But they'll have a time that they'll get that mark. Like me, I got blessed at 27. Warren Buffett didn't get, blessed till 45 years old. Oprah, 37. Elon Musk, I think like 33, my age. But, there's certain, like I'm talking big, like the people that move in the countries, the world technically, right? So I think we all have an expiration date, but we also have that issue date type of thing. Like my issue date was 2017. Like that was like the kickstart of my whole life, man. That Lambo hit the pocket.
Started the rest of your life.
The Rolex hit the pocket the next year. on the wrist. So it's like everything just added up. It's like a kind of like a domino effect, like everything, but in a good way, you know, because domino effect could be done. You know, MC
The same way it works when you go up, it works the way you go down. It
Yeah.
just, if you don't control that mental space, the
Yeah.
same thing got you to where you want to be successful can take you down on that down slope if you don't monitor and pull the weeds and get the people out of your life and keep peace of mind.
100%. And also, most people forget that they always think short term. Oh man, I've also learned that back in the day. I've never been a short term friendship kind of a guy. Like let me use this person, or what can I do? What can I get from this person? Like I've never been that guy, but I've known people within my circle of friends used to be. That's all they cared about. Swear. That's all they cared about. They just want to make a few $100,000, and then next 5 years you're fucking broke. Why? Because no one want to fuck with you. No one want to do business with you. You have shitty character. You are fake, and all you do is just money, 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 money. I get it. We all want money. Money brings freedom, but it does not bring you happiness. It really doesn't. But I mean, I guess we could drive in a Lambo and you'd be happy as shit driving 160 miles an hour, like Daniel does.
Dude, I'll be so fucking happy.
I think you could do it this year. That's a really good goal for you. You're
That's
25 this
him-
year.
It's like
Right?
it's not even a
Yeah.
goal.
I want him to do it this
It is
year.
like on the to-do list at the top of my fucking
Yeah.
list.
And brand that
how
car.
hard do I have to push it
Yeah.
to make sense of this?
Yeah.
And then go do the work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Every fucking day.
Yeah.
Every fucking day.
But this is the thing, bro. If you drive that Lambo to this work every day, or you don't have to drive it every day, but just that one day out of the 4 days out of the week, right? And or like if
DC
you
Realtor on the front.
have it. No, brag about it. Show people how you got it. She didn't co-sign you for that. You feel me? She's not giving you money. You're doing that for yourself. So what, like me, when I went into that car dealership with $250,000 in my fucking duffel bag, looked like a drug dealer. But no, but when they got to know me, they're like, oh, wow, I've never met someone like you. I didn't know people out there that could actually make a living off of betting on sports. So when you have that understanding, like, well, you and I have the same mentality, but you already don't care what other people say anyway. So that's good. Do you watch how your money pile up? Oh my God. Have this conversation with me. I'll give you 2 years. You'll quadruple your income. It's just, you'll
It's a
get to
must.
meet that right people, man. And then you have a very good persona. You have a good character. You carry yourself good. So when
Thank
you
you.
do that and you in a Lambo,
Rest is history.
I like this guy. That's how people are. I've literally met millionaires, like actual, like I've met people, like literally, I showed you who just moved into my neighborhood.
Woo!
How do you think I found out about him? The shop I went to go get my vinyl wrap done. His car was right next to my 720.
But because you were
Now
spending
he's my
money,
neighbor.
because you were spending money, you were in the right place with
Crazy.
the right people.
I saw that.
Boom.
That's powerful though. People are like, oh, he's good. Why would you spend that type of money? And people try to justify it in their head, and I'm like,
I can't believe how many people ask me how much my car is and how
Or-
much my car payment is.
how much
Yeah,
your
but who
car
keeps-
payment?
yeah.
How,
I
where?
just
How
think
much
it's
is your
funny.
car?
Yeah.
How much is this?
But it's not like you're dumping half of your income on a car. You're different. But don't get me wrong. There's a lot. I mean, you go to Miami, you'll see those finessed fools out there. They're renting, subleasing. I'm a bunch of shit. That's like 5 owners in one car in 1 month. Yeah, because they can't make the payment. So they're leasing, subleasing, and two-row. There's so much scammy shit going around. Those kind of people stay away from. You could weed out. I mean, you're smart, bro. You could weed out the people. Even you guys both are smart people.
they never get to
No.
me because
Yeah,
I'm
but
thankful.
you just know. You
You
just
know.
know when somebody.
You feel it.
You're fake as shit. Like you don't really own
I
the car.
didn't know you. Kate said you'll like AJ, and that's why I came up and met you. I don't
Right.
just walk up to randoms at car shows.
Oh, you when even I met you, I didn't know you. I was like, I'm gonna let her.
I've
met
known you though.
But that was crazy. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, I left her. I was like, dude, that's so fucking cool. It gets me so hyped up because sometimes like nobody really gets what I do with the marketing
Yeah,
thing, and
I've
nobody
seen you
understands how
before.
powerful it
I know a
is.
lot of realtors in Vegas, like a lot. The whales to people just starting. I know a lot of people. So when I saw your page on Instagram, a friend of mine actually referred me to you about something. It's like, hey, check this guy out. I know this guy. But then you ended up not knowing who that is. I'm like, oh, holy shit. Well, how did this guy DC Realty came up in my line? Like, how did that guy's name resonated in my life? And then here comes, year and a half later, I met you finally. And then,
Wow.
no joke, bro. I've known you for about a year. I've known your page for about a year. And I knew you that this is Daniel. Daniel worked with his mom, Laurel. I didn't know your name at the time, but I knew like you guys were that duo in this industry. So, like I said, I know a lot of realtors where I live, where I've been around. Most of my friends are realtors, as you know. So it took a year for us to actually finally fucking meet. And you want to know the funny thing? I almost didn't go to SEMA. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Because there was an issue with having multiple cars in that little booth that we had. I actually originally wanted my Lambo to be there, but it was wrapped. I know. So that's the car that I actually wanted there, but this year it will be. So, but the perfect car was my GT3 RS. So that was there. And then I just met you guys right away. And I'm like, oh shit. All right, cool. This is the guy that I met. It's crazy. It's a small world, man. Like I think Kate, I've known Kate for, 5 years probably. She was my drive-through barista. So hi, Kate. If you're listening.
Oh, she is.
She is.
She watches. She's a supporter. I love her.
She
has good energy.
Oh, she's so bubbly.
Ever since she started, I get good vibes from her. She has good intentions, and I want to help her in any way I can.
Yeah. I think
and
awesome.
It's like when you find people like that, whatever part of the journey they're in, you just want to see them do good, and you want to help them.
100%. 100%.
She's how I got yoga teacher training.
Who?
I got
really?
introduced to her because she was at True Fusion.
Oh.
And she told me
She did tell me that. She used to go to the one in downtown Summerlin and Blue Diamond. I think. Yeah. Damn, that's crazy how such a small world we are all in.
It's all intricate.
I say Vegas is 2 degrees of separation.
But
if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Oh, man. There's a lot. I think we kind of covered it all, right? Like right now. One piece of advice.
If you were talking to younger.
Oh man, tough. You put me on the spot. I'm never quiet this way.
It's okay. You can think about it.
Yeah. No rush. Think about it.
Stop worrying about what other people would say. Do what makes you happy. I think that's what it is. I think that got me to this far in life. I didn't care what my mom and dad thought. For what I did for a living, what I do for a living, I knew I'm going to be successful. I think I was 8, 9, 10 years old. I think I knew that. I'm like, I'm going to be a millionaire. I wanted, like I told you, I was rich in my mind first for years before I touched $1 million. And then double, triple, it just went up and went up from there. So I think what you have to do mainly just watch your circle of friends. Oh man, watch who you invite into your life. The right female, the right man. Man, that dictates everything. Oof. If you're with that wrong person, ends up being a competition type of thing. Like, oh, why are you doing that differently? Or why are you doing that? Ooh, get rid of them. Because if you know you're going to be successful and there's somebody else going to be that right there, like, nah, no, don't do that. You're making too much noise. Oh, I would have been a billionaire if I would have listened to all those people. That's how many people didn't believe in me back then. Like 2012, 2011. No one fucking believed me. Like, nah, there's no way. Because no one was betting on sports back then. Like, not the way I am doing it now, like loud and out there. Mm-hmm. So now I'm like my DMs are lit, waking up to 40, 50 emails. Like I don't go on I don't beg for people's services anymore. I don't. They come to me.
Isn't that crazy?
That's fucking nuts.
People used to be like, oh, I want to work with them. And then they're reaching out to you.
I don't even post on tickets anymore on my feed anymore. Because I have that much like leverage. I have a 20,000 email list, bro. I built it for 10 years.
That's fucking genius. I was going to ask you about that with your Instagram. Because
you could ask me anything business related.
People rely on Instagram as a business. I think it's extremely important, especially what just happened to you, to create an email list.
Absolutely.
Own the fucking people that follow you. Like, have them somewhere else.
Every single every client that ever wanted my picks.
But you have a list.
Yeah, it goes.
That's the most important thing. Yeah, what about these influencers that have these fucking 20 million followers, 10 million followers, and have a fucking email list?
While I'm sitting down, look how many. I haven't even written any emails. These are all new. So these get added to my email list on my G Suite account. So I don't need I do. I would like to have I will get my Instagram back, but I'm saying, I pivoted from one to another. Always one. You don't want to rely on one thing anymore.
Who moved my cheese?
Huh?
Have you ever read that book, Who Moved My Cheese?
No, I have not. How was it?
I highly recommend it.
It talks about what you're talking
Who
about.
wrote it? Who wrote it?
I'll send it to you.
Okay, cool.
Talks about that pivoting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You got
Cheese has moved. Where do I go?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I get it now.
You pivoted.
I get it now.
If
Who
you
moved
sit
my
and
cheese?
Eat a block of cheese.
I love cheese, by the way.
Right, me too.
Oh,
We can go
Gouda.
have some cheese after
What's
this.
your favorite cheese? There's so many, right?
I'll tell you what mine is sharp. Because when
truffle.
I know. Well, truffle is probably one.
Oh,
I'll tell
well,
you what. When I was a kid,
I
my
like
dad
sharp
would
too.
stand with a block of sharp cheese and
Fucking
slice
slice
it as my
it.
snack.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You're not lactose intolerant after that?
That same dad let me eat ice cream for
Holy
breakfast.
shit.
He
Rocky
did both.
Road ice cream.
I don't know
Ooh,
why
good
in
stuff.
the world I didn't think this through when I was leaving Daniel with my dad when he was younger. Because
is
my
so
dad would
funny.
make
Oh, yeah.
Rocky Road ice cream for breakfast.
When we
when
go to
my mom would
McDonald's, I
leave.
get the ice cream cones for breakfast instead of the fucking.
Oh, the cone? Dollar
Back when they
cones
had like
back
the
then?
swirls and shit in it.
Yeah, now the ice cream fucking machine never works.
Oh, we're out. It's out of order.
I'm sorry, it's closed.
Oh my gosh.
The Oreo cookies ran out. Sorry, the McFlurry's
Yeah, I
not
would
working.
say truffle's now my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So, what point did you decide to take sports betting into a business?
A good friend of mine, till I'm still to this day, I'm friends with. He said, "Dude, you are growing your Instagram by the day. Why don't you sell your picks? Why don't you sell your knowledge? Literally, sell your knowledge.
How many years ago
What
was
does CPA does? They sell their knowledge, and you buy. They do your taxes because they know something you don't know. That was about. I think that was about 9 years ago. Like about a year after I started this whole journey, while I was working at AT&T. How funny is that? So I've been self-employed now for about 9 years. So I have not had a job, aka quotation job, for about 9 years. So I think he told me like, hey man, I think you're doing good. People are asking, my friends are asking, who's this AJ guy? And he's killing it. Like back in the day, I was betting $100 a game. FYI, $100 a game.
And what are you bidding now?
10,000, 20,000, 50,000. So back in the day, I was betting $100, $50, starting loans. Like, man, this guy's fucking hitting it. He's making an extra $1,000 a week. For me, it was always about having a second stream of income. It was never trying to like be full on bet with AJ. That wasn't my thing at all. I was just like, I want a little Salt Bay action on top of my nice steak that I was making from AT&T, making 6 figures. I'm like, dude, in my head, I think I had a talk. I think like I had one of those shower talks, right? You can't get a Lambo working a 9 to 5. I really thought of that. Like you can't get rich working a 9 to 5 type of thing. You can't, meaning working for someone else, not having your own brokerage or anything like that. It's like you working at a call center. You're just a ring girl, call guy. Like what are you gonna do? Like you're not gonna get the Lambo, the Rolex, whatever that you want in life that you desire. You can't get that. So that's when I kind of started to like, hey, let me get into sports betting. Let me get into something I like. But I've always been good with numbers.
But there's a reason you can't get there. Like you're like, oh, that person can't get there because they're here.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with you. You couldn't get there until you get out of your current environment.
100%. Yeah.
It wasn't even the job.
Yeah.
It's your environment.
Yeah. I think
because you change your environment, you change your whole.
Well, yeah, I did. I quit AT&T. I left a $125,000
you burn
job.
the ships. You fucking like. There's no going
I
back.
left.
We're here. We're here now. This
I
is
left
what
a
we're living.
6-figure job to chase millions, and I did that.
Very
I did
successfully.
that. I did that in 5 years. So I was 22, just leaving college, and I was working 2 jobs. I was alone. I was dating an ex, and I was toxic as well. Oh my God, I've been going through toxic relationship for the last 12 years. But finally a good one. I landed one. So I think it all started, man. Yeah, back then, 2014. Really?
It's like a mind
Man,
blown.
I haven't
Little Caesars.
Yeah, bro, $5.15 an hour. Yeah.
You know, the only job he's ever had is when I made him push carts.
Oh, I wanted to be an entrepreneur.
Beautiful.
I was like, I want to go. She's like, you got to get a fucking job if you're not going to school. I was getting bullied. I was a fat kid. I didn't want to go to school. I wanted to ride dirt bikes all the time. I was a freshman, and she's like, yeah, okay, you can do that.
I can't
You
believe
can go to
you
online
were,
school.
Like you were
And she's like,
overweight, because I would never put
oh,
that
dude,
together.
I was the fat kid.
I'll be honest, this dude dress hella nice for 24 years old. I'm gonna get some tips from you, but
it makes
you know
me feel good. Like I don't have a Lambo. I don't have a bunch of fancy shit. I wear a watch from when I detail. A lot of people,
and I saw your watch. It's a Nixon.
A lot of people don't know about the watch. The watch, just look at the dial sideways. It doesn't even work anymore. I used to wear this when I detail cars.
That's a Nixon,
This
right?
is my yes. This is my.
That was
the meaning behind this is because when I detail cars, I wore this watch. I was like, because I knew who I was going to be, and that was that. This is the emulation of like, okay, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
And I still wear it today. That
You want to know
reminds me
something
of the
funny?
detail days.
That was my first watch.
This is my
Nixon, not that kind. 5130. Remember that watch?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I had all 5 of them, every color: silver, rose gold, ceramic, and the black one. Crazy. I used to go to Zoomies.
Zoomies is where I got it from,
Bro, I'm telling you, fam.
Jamie got me this.
Yeah, I used to go to Zoomies. I used to go to Nordstrom. And then I used to wear Diesel. Remember Diesel watches, the Big Daddy? That's what they call it.
I still wear one. I still have one in my fucking
Bro,
bag.
I still have it to this day in my new home. I don't know why I carried it from my old house to this one. I'll show you when you guys come over one day. And they'll shoot I have the whole collection. I gave 2 to my little brother. He's, now 18, but back then he was like 14, 15. So I wanted him to look nice. It was a $500 watch. What 16-year-old has a $500 watch in their wrist, on their wrist. So it's like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
But people don't know. But people don't
people
don't understand. They're like, how are you like a real estate agent and you don't have a Rolex? Or why do you have a watch that's like broken? I'm like, you have no idea what this means to me. This is my hustle watch. Mm-hmm. This reminds me of my hustle every day. Like, it makes me feel some type of way because the weight, and it's just like this has been my comfort zone. Mm-hmm. It's like,
but wait till you put a Rolex on your head.
Yeah, that's next.
That's next.
Wait till you put that Rolex, bro.
But this had its time.
You want to know
in my
something
life.
crazy? The first day that I bought the Rolex, I slept with it for a week. I took a shower with it. Oh, you could wear a shower or whatever. This is actually not even my first one. My first one, it was a date just. I spent $17,000 on that watch, and I was, I think, 2016 or 2017. Maybe it was the year that I bought the Lambo. I think that was the year because
I wish you would have bought 10 of them.
Girl, tell me about it. Yeah, I mean, I have a nice collection now. There's some watches I don't wear, but I keep them separate. And
I tried to go to a Rolex. I can't even buy one.
You can't even buy them. They're all went up in pricing, inflation. So just like cars, right?
No, there's nothing in the store.
Yeah. Oh, because everyone's buying it and reselling it. That's what they're doing, which is not what they're supposed to do, but that's what they're doing. So, but whenever that Rolex hit your wrist, there's a
oh, I know.
There's a lyrics from Meek Mills. I think it was from Dreams and Nightmares. I love Meek.
I want to make that the intro song. I want to make 2 songs, but we can't do because of fucking copywriting.
Right.
Every Day I'm Hustling by Rick Ross and the Meek Mill Dream Chasing or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And he said, everything in my life changes when that Rolex hit my wrist. And he's right. The circle of friends
you'll
have.
There's something to be said about that. How the things make you feel.
Yeah. So crazy.
Dude, that bracelet on her wrist, like almost.
And it's sexy. I like it. Rose gold too, right?
Almost brought me tears watching her leave the store
nice.
and seeing how much happiness it could bring somebody.
Yeah.
Having things, and I'm like, having things isn't a bad thing.
Yeah. No.
That people say, oh, having things is bad, or having an emotional attachment. No.
Yeah.
You don't understand the happiness that can bring somebody. Because they did something for themselves.
Why do they?
Most people never do shit for themselves.
Super Bowl,
events,
NBA, NHL. Why do they carry that big old Stanley Cup?
That's her Super Bowl
size
ring.
Of someone's body, upper body. Why? That gives them that urge. Like, hey, we got to get that same trophy again next year, right? Hire the right players, hire the right coaches, do it differently because that's how it works. So. There's going to be that kind of people that'll say something about that, and there's going to be people that's going to be like, "Oh yeah, I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you did that."
Those are my
people. And I'm so proud of you for doing that. Those are my people. There hasn't been one person in my life within the last 4 years that ever said. Actually, I had one guy. I cut him off, obviously, and he was like, "Oh, why do you need to fuck your money off on Lambos?" And I'm like, "Why are you driving a Tesla?" That's what I asked him. Nothing wrong with a Tesla.
But why is it that you picked that? And why
not? And you could actually, he was like, oh, I don't really care. I'm like, well, I mean, if you know the game, how we're going in life, it's all about showing people what you could have and what you could bring to the table. And who do you know? So you can't drive a Navigator or an Escalade and then expect to hang out with Range Rover, G-Wagons. Really don't go along together type of thing, But not trying to sound so materialistic. And I'm not. I'm wearing Psycho Bunny and a tracksuit. So I don't have one Gucci shit on my face.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm just being honest. I don't have no Balmain. I could afford that today, after this podcast. But that's not it's what makes me happy. I love this brand. I love how it fits, and I know you guys are hooked to it now.
I'm hooked. I'm
Phil and Stephanie,
I got my shirt in the car from dry cleaning. I almost put it on for the show just to have it on.
My whole friends are like, "Oh my god, Psycho Bunny, Psycho Bunny, Psycho Bunny." Watch, I'm gonna hit them up. They follow me on Instagram. We should
let them know.
I know. I'm waiting for my thing to come back. Yeah, dude. I'll let them know. Like, hey man, I'm making you guys a lot of money. What's going on now? What's going on?
A little sponsorship.
You know.
Figure out the universe. We'll figure out a way to play.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. I've landed pretty good people like that. So, but no. Yeah. It's been a crazy journey.
But it's been intentional for you.
You have any goals coming up?
Goals? Yeah. I want to get another car.
Oh no. I want to hear your fucking scary goals. I don't care. That's like checklist. I want to hear goals.
Well,
like, what's some shit that's like? Yeah. There you go. Fucking Summit. We're going this week. Next week.
Oh, yeah, this week.
Wait, this week is next
schedule.
week.
I gotta ask my boss. So
yeah, check with your boss. Let me know if you're available.
Check the schedule. Kendra.
We'll go to lunch first.
Kendra. Yeah, that's my boss right now. No, she's not. But no, I think the scary. I don't have a scary goal, bro. I really don't. I've accomplished every fucking obstacle there is.
Want to make one right now?
What's next?
I mean,
that's what she's getting
realistically. I mean, anyone could dream, right? It's about executing your dream. I've executed all of my dreams. Every single one of them I've executed.
Let's expand the
All right,
vision.
let's go.
Let's
what do you have for me?
No, it's a
for me?
yours.
It's a you
Oh,
thing.
shit.
I want you to open up the realm of possibilities and be
Yeah.
like, there's a lot of people that come on here like, damn, I wish I would have thought bigger younger. I wish I would have thought bigger younger. Because knowing the rules that we play by, I wish I would have played bigger. Or, and so now that you're at this point, you're like, you have those tools, you have the resources. It's like, what's next for AJ? That's like, damn. Like, I think about it for me, like, what would impress myself? Like, for me, the Lambo is that next thing for me. I'm like, dude, this shit would impress myself. Like, pulling that off, being disciplined to make that happen and do that and executing on it.
100%.
Like, for me, here's my next thing. The Jets, that's my crazy thing.
If he gets the Lambo, he won't have to cut back on the eating. It'll just come.
Yeah, with your sales.
Because at first she was
100%.
like, "Oh no, if you just not eat," I was like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna go work twice as hard."
That was my
I'm not giving up
mentality to get
eating.
him to believe that he could do it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and I get that because I'm like, okay. I looked at my accounts. It said $5,000. I was like, oh shit. I was like, there's Lambo payment. I was like, I see how much money is spending.
Yeah.
But
But you have to pivot that too, though. Like you have to think, okay, should I just? All right, now I'm not. Now I have a Lambo. I don't know if I really need to spend that much money and take everybody out to eat every time, unless they bring me sales leads or whatever. You have to think of that way. To this day, I do that. I take out my big clients, my whales. I call them my whale clients. Like they're betting 100,000 a game. I'm taking them to Joel Robuchon. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. It's $1,000.
Thank you for adding to my list of expensive places I like to go.
It's $1,000 a person.
Yeah.
Joel Robuchon. It's 16 course. It's badass. It's at MGM. It's right next to Ka. Circus LA. So that's like the kind of like when they come into town, I take them there because guess what? My package should go from $5,000 to $25,000. They're buying $25,000 packages now. They're not paying what average person pays. They're paying the high premium price. So I could afford to take them, not afford, but I would like to treat them to luxury. They have already been there, but it's about me and them
It's an energy
having
exchange.
a good time.
Break
Like
your
how
bed.
we went to, like how we all went to Jing. You took the tab. I like that. You didn't ask. You just paid. You invited me and you took it.
It's an energy exchange
that's
for me,
dope.
though. It
Like-
feels good for
Kendra's
me to
like,
do
where's
that.
the bill? I was like, we paid. We invited
But
you.
we're so different though, because like we've hang around with people like you guys who are successful, have money, and we also have people that coming up to that money. So when that comes up, I don't want them to catch a $800 bill, $1,000 bill. That's a bad, 30 minutes for me type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to know, like, sometimes that's what we're used to, kind of. So, but when we hanging around with people that are got their shit together, it's like, oh no, I got you next time. All right, bet for sure. Like kind of like how you treated me. That is so important when you building relationships. You just don't want to think short term how they're doing good now, or how they're doing good, or they're not doing so good right now. You know what I'm saying? But you just got to know that
But you never know people's day-to-day situations. You don't know what investments they got going on.
That's the thing.
You don't know when the last time they got paid was. Just because people make a lot of money doesn't mean it's every fucking day. Sometimes, like,
No,
dude,
yeah.
I'll go a whole month without a paycheck, and I'm like, oh.
Oh yeah, there's days that I don't make
But
sales. I mean, am I gonna cry
we're
over
in sales.
it? No,
It's
like
sales.
it's
sales.
It's a life of an entrepreneur. It's a roller coaster. So especially if you are I'm a one man band. You have a team. I'm literally a one man band. I don't have a call center. I don't have customer service rep. I only have an SEO guy for websites, and I don't even have a guy that runs my Instagram accounts. It's me, myself, and I.
We run our
everything. You know what I'm saying?
We can't let people run it.
No,
It's not organic.
because it's not your DNA. It's not the way you think. Like, because they might think differently, but it's good to have a good team like this. Hey, what do you think? And you're like, oh, I like that. Try this way. I've tried that before, big time, and it worked. Because you might think a different way. I do think, I think it, and I execute that whole thing. I'm like, hey man, whatever Daniel just said, it worked. I like that. Boom. All right, cool. You could learn something from
bring
me.
me peace to my
Dude. No, seriously,
Literally,
that changed.
we
When you
use
said that,
Waterfalls of Abundance. My friend Simone sent me that, or Ease and Grace.
just like, dude, if you spill coffee, like usually somebody get fucking pissed off, and like, you know, it changes your perception on when things happen to you.
Yeah.
Like, what's good and bad, you know?
I say Waterfalls of Abundance. So anytime I get a
right.
good saying that I can add to my language
Wheelhouse.
things,
Just to
so
change
that
your
I can-
mindset when you're in a moment of like pivot, like,
Yeah.
I can think this or this, and
'cause
I,
now
and
I'm
I
like,
choose to think
is this
this.
bringing me peace?
Yeah.
Yes or no? It's
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah.
Look at life through a different filter. Having somebody else's lens to be like, damn, I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, you have to kind of like feel what other people are going through too, especially in the line of work we're all in, because you providing a service. You guys provide a service to find someone's their dream home or anything. That's a very sentimental thing for that person that's busting their ass and working a 9 to 5, probably gone through shit with their boss, but they finally saved that $20,000 down payment, FHA or something crazy. And it's your guys' to cater to them. And like I watch all you guys' stories for a reason. I only follow my new backup page. I only follow 69 some people. Why that is? Because like I like certain what I see on those kind of people. I could follow.
Isn't that cool when you got to fucking re-pick who you get to follow?
Bro, it's insane. Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Because
then
you realize how many people were on there that weren't really serving you, or you
No.
didn't really want to follow.
they just
Or you-
watch your shit. Like they don't really care. And that's
They
when
don't cheer on you.
no, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
You'll see him there at the top every time.
Yeah.
Never get a fire emoji.
No,
Nothing.
nothing.
And so I noticed
Fire
that.
emoji.
So I do that like that.
No,
even
no,
though
yeah,
I don't
so
really,
do I.
I don't
I
really
throw hearts
engage.
for
So
all
I'm
of
like,
you guys.
I
I
show
like
the
my
love.
Peace and
orange
love.
heart.
Yeah.
My orange heart.
I think it's important to clap for other people. I acknowledge when people are doing right, because I cut off so many people for fucking. I cut off people as soon as I get the bad vibe.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to, even when those people
I mean-
grow out of that, to be like, hey, I might not fuck with you anymore, but
Yeah.
keep doing that. Like I see you're doing better. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to associate with myself with you anymore, re-enter your life, but I'm glad you're doing well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna wish bad upon anyone. I mean, like, especially like, oh, you fucked me over. I hope you die. I would never say that. Like, I just,
You wish them well.
yeah, I think it's when you figure that out. That's the inner peace. When you
Inner
learn that,
peace
I learned my inner peace. I think like 2-3 years ago, very recently, guys. Like this hasn't been going on for years. It's like I think my accident changed my way of thinking.
Oh, it did.
2018, when I couldn't number 2 for 3 weeks, and when I need to rely on someone for 5 months, when I had to use a walker to walk around for 4 months. Yeah, when you have sciatic nerve pain for 180 days out of the year. That fuck you up. That mentally break you down. When you wake up screaming, when you wake up sciatic nerve pain going down your leg every day, from going to sleep and going back to bed, going to sleep and waking up in the morning. So that, I think that's what made me realize, like, most of the stuff, like half the shit is not worth it. Like the fights you do with your friends. If you don't like them, cut them off, bro. Because you might not wake up the next day. You might get into a car accident. You know what just happened recently, last week? 7 family members just died in North Las Vegas. That car accident, 1 minivan. You heard about that, right? How crazy. 7. Family of 7 in North Las Vegas. The biggest car accident, I think it was in the state of Nevada. They're family members, bro. Like, it's crazy. Gone. That minute, everyone's dead. So that if that isn't like that kind of shit moves me, because I've been through a car accident before. I flew through a windshield 47 feet out. So I've seen what I've gone through and then how other people reacted to me. And I've seen, I don't want to go through that again. You know, do what's right by you and do what's right, do what's right to other people. And good people will understand that. And they'll cherish you for that, for being real.
Good people are hard to come by, dude.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah.
I don't understand it.
But when you find the right people, I've been searching for good people for a really long time. When you find them.
He's saying really long time. He's 24 years old.
You know, he's an old soul.
I'm an old soul.
Dude, it's been lonely for a long time.
You should see the music I listen to.
9 years I've been like... Okay.
Fleetwood Mac. That's the kind of music I listen to.
Isn't that like Footloose or something? I'm just kidding.
Me and Kendra, you know, she's in her 30s. I'm in my 30s. So when we listen to music and shit, and it's like, we're not listening to, you know, little crip, crap, quote, flip, flop, these rappers out there. We don't. We really don't. EDM once in a while, like old school music. Celine Dion, Phil Collins,
who are
George Michaels.
Let's pull up your playlist. Who are the top 3 right now? Let's see who are the most recent downloads. I'm not
gonna say it because it's fucking hilarious. It's actually it's Megan Trainor. You guys know who that is?
No, play it.
No, I'm not gonna play it, bro. But I
know what that is?
She's such a department store music artist. I swear, every time I'm like, there's a song. It's like dance with.
So how did it end up on your playlist?
I love the song, man. I've listened to it. He's cracking up. Oh, the camera guy's cracking up right now.
I told him if he laughs again, he's fired.
Yeah, dude. It's like, you know, like, I don't know. Girly music is funny as shit to me.
Oh my God.
I got Kendra into it. Kendra's like, what? You like this? I'm like, yeah, I listen to it in a Tesla. Now, when she comes home, all I hear, like, her Tesla blasting this song called Tidal from Megan Trainor. It's such a funny song, but it is a meaning behind it. But and then it's from Megan Trainor. It's like the top 3, and then here comes like Lil Wayne right after, like the old school Lil Wayne. A milli. Yeah. Like Stun Like My Daddy. Remember that song? Mm-hmm. It hits, bro. It hits them all my cards. So I'm like, I like that song. I like some other, you know, here and there. And then, yeah, it's Megan Trainor, like my top 3 right now. It was the like, you know, you go, I have Spotify. So it's like the liked, when you like a song, but you don't download it.
Yeah, Spotify's
so I just keep it on like because I don't want to download it. It's so funny. Yeah, that's
funny.
Yeah.
That was left field for me. I was like,
you want to know who my favorite artist is? John Mayer.
Really?
John Mayer, Coldplay, Lifehouse. That's what I listen to.
Michael Bublé.
Michael Bublé.
I like Michael Bublé.
And I'm going to see him, I think, April with Kendra. Yeah, dude, we should all go.
You know Husair? Husaer. It's like a violinist, dude. Like, I can listen to he like plays, I don't know what. His name's Husair. And he doesn't speak English. I don't know where the fuck I found him on YouTube, but I watch these like 2-hour-long compositions, and he looks like this guy's on drugs, but he's like in a full, like a stadium, like an opera.
You would like I might be saying this wrong, that Hans Zimmer?
Yes.
He makes pretty much, he made them Jurassic Park song, like the intro.
I like shit like that weird because I played instruments. So like,
no,
yeah, I used to be a drummer. I used to be in a band.
Music on my stomach when he was in my belly.
That's probably why. My parents were the same way. My mom raised me with Celine Dion, Phil Collins.
I literally put headphones on my belly.
Shit.
Okay. For real.
No, yeah. I was told that would make
classical
that wasn't like my music of choice, but I found.
Isn't this the greatest podcast ever? Yeah. But no, I believe you because that's what a mom does. Like, I mean, you know, and I remember my parents, my mom, and you know, my stepdad and my mom. When I don't know how they were when they were raising me when I was 1, 2, 3, but all I know, I remember growing up with them, and we were driving. And all their station in California, it's called Sunny 106.5 or K-Rock or something in LA. It's 106.5. It's all Celine Dion, Phil Collins,
I love
George Michaels, Fleetwood Mac. I mean, bro, this is old school. Like, I'm talking, these are 80s music.
When you said Fleetwood Mac, I thought you were talking about the TikTok.
No, fuck that. I know about Fleetwood Mac way before that guy had a cranberry juice and skateboarding through LA. 100%. No. But yeah, no, John Mayer is like one of my favorite artists. I went to see him. Yeah, I was the only brown dude there. It was the funniest thing in the world. I'm like, oh yeah, John Mayer. And that was so funny.
What it is with Puerto Ricans talking about being brown.
I don't know. We love our color. That's probably what it is.
That's what it is. It's
I love the color. Yeah, I love the melanin. I guess.
But we definitely got to go to that concert we were talking about.
Michael Bublé. I think he is coming. He's coming in 2
we gotta
months.
do that.
We should.
That'd be fun.
We should take all of them together. All of us. We should. It'd be badass. Yeah. Michael Bublé's coming. I think John Mayer's coming too.
When?
I don't know. I gotta look. I think I have to go on their website and find out. But
Hey Siri.
Yeah, Siri. When is Michael Bublé playing in T-Mobile again? But I love reggaeton. I love Spanish music. I get down. I could barely speak it, but mainly that's my playlist changes throughout the day. Like when I'm in the car, I'm Danza Kuduro, like Don Omar. Like that's the kind of shit that I listen to. You know what I'm saying? Some Ozuna vibes and Daddy Yankee. That kind of thing. Like I'm vibing with everybody. And then when I'm at home studying for games, I usually put like John Mayer, Coldplay, Lifehouse, something mellow, chill. When I was there's an artist, I think you know her, Enya. Remember Enya? Yeah. So I was listening to Enya in high school when I was doing my SAT studying. And guess what? I got 1840 out of 2400, which is like an A-. I'm like, oh shit, it worked.
So let's talk about your studying time when like you actually like study for games. What does that look like for you? How do you prep, and what does that process look like for you?
I mean, game starts usually in my line of work right now. Most of the hot games starts around 3 p.m., 4 p.m. College basketball, NHL starts around 6, 7. NBA around that time as well. Obviously, I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. So I usually wake up, I don't know, 9, 10, 11, whatever, and really past 1. That's like if I go out the day before, I'm like, all right, 1 p.m. AJ wakes up. And I usually study around before. And then when the games are over, I look at the lines for the next day. And then that's why I stay up till 2, 3. I'm reading the new lines that are coming out. It's like stock market on crack. People don't understand sports betting. It's insane.
No, I don't. I have no fucking idea.
So
like,
Wall Street, right? The number games.
Yeah.
Day traders and option trading and all that. I've done that too. I just didn't get a high return on that. Maybe because I didn't have the bankroll to start with back when I was 22 years old. But now I have it. But it's sports betting it's literally like stock market on crack. Stock market, if you invest in stocks, it takes kind of long time unless you day trade, right? But you have to keep it in there and let it grow, compound it. But betting, you'll know in 2 to 3 hours the result. If you doubled your money, 50% return, 100% return, 200% return, it'll show immediately. That's what kind of got me into sports betting. How quickly of a return ROI I could get off of investing in one particular game that the president of the country cannot control. Stock market crashes when there's who becomes the president. Stock market crashes when it has everything to do with a war. A war starts, your shit's going down. Look what's happening right now. Inflation, recession, that happens. None of that shit gets controlled by that could be controlled sports, anything. LeBron James doesn't listen to President Biden or President Trump. He doesn't care. He's like, you're going to stop playing, huh?
He goes out and plays the game.
And make AJ money. Actually, LeBron James sucks right now. The fucking Lakers.
I don't know much about sports.
But anyway, yeah.
But that's interesting. I kind of was just curious about like your process of like, how do you get in the fucking zone to do that? Like, do you listen to music? Do you have a cup of coffee? Do you have like a detox tea you drink?
In bed. Phone. This is literally my office. This is what I have a laptop that's 5 years old.
So you can be a millionaire off an iPhone.
I literally did that. This right here is my phone. This is why
$1 million off an iPhone.
Oh,
more than that.
No, I know. Your first
probably
million.
8 figures for sure. Yes.
No, but I'm saying you made your first million off of an iPhone.
100%. 100%.
That was the point.
Thank you, Tim Cook. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg. Thank you, Jack from Twitter that resigned. But yeah,
people don't realize fucking. Let's talk about marketing, like Instagram,
social media,
marketing.
man.
How fucking powerful is that? You built your whole fucking business empire.
Yeah.
Call it empire.
I mean, I still would have been a millionaire even if I wasn't selling my services, like my picks. I know I would. I mean, the way I bet now, it just comes right then. But it got to even bigger when I had social media, where people were interested in my life now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were interested in trying to figure out, oh man, I want to get in this action. What is this going on? I'm tired of working this fucking Chipotle or Starbucks or whatever. Or not even that. It's just like, I want to make a second stream of income tax free. All right, cool. You know, I pay taxes, but you know, if you're betting a certain dollar amount, you could actually write it off. You could write off your losses technically. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So it's like the whole day starts. I wake up when I mean 11 o'clock. I look at the lines, look at the line movement, go on the websites. I have some secret websites that I look at. It's not so secret, but it's pretty, you know, people know in the betting industry. I'll look at the line movement, and I think it's 75% skill, 25% luck. I personally think so. But it's
a calculated risk.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, anybody, hopefully you guys will interview and do a podcast with an option trader or like a day trader. They'll tell you the same fucking thing. They're not going to make money every single day. But long term,
business,
huh?
But that's business.
Yeah, that's life though.
It's
right.
It's basic business
That's
principle.
real.
Whether it's real estate, whether it's crypto, whether it's this or that, you have your up days, you have your down days. But it's a person you become in the pursuit of those things.
Yeah,
and the person you have to become to sustain that long periods of time.
Yeah. Success is rented. Think about that.
Your rent's due every day.
Every day. That the people don't understand that. Like, people think you could be a millionaire every day. No, man. You gotta bust your ass. Like, people think, oh, I wake up. Yeah, I built that lifestyle in order for me to be free.
Now
yes.
your rent's due.
Now my rent's due.
Every day.
Yeah, I am successful.
Did you pay your dues
successful,
today?
But
right?
Yeah, I have to wake up. I have to send the game out today, right before I got here, because the game was starting at 4:30. He was in. My friend was in the car, so it's kind of like, you know, how everything worked out. Like, you know, in the whole games and giving it out. Like, you just gotta know. Like, you have
How
to.
many games did you bet on today?
Oh, just one. I don't bet like a degenerate. Like, that's like my biggest thing. I teach all my clients, like, if you want action, go find one of those handicappers for $25 a game or something. I'm not that guy. No, I pick and choose the right game, and you see my record, 80% win rate. That is very hard to do in the betting. Google that. To make money in sports betting, you have to make 55.5% or 56.5% or something like that. Very low in the 50s to make money in sports betting. I'm hitting 80% every season. Every season. So that got me pretty much everything I wanted in life. So I have a different type of DNA than most people do. That's why, you know, Elon is Elon. Mark Zuckerberg is Mark Zuckerberg. Warren Buffett and Warren Buffett. You know, Oprah is Oprah. I'm AJ. Everyone does it differently, and then they excel from that particular thing. I'm gonna bring up something. You know, when some people say, if you want to become a millionaire, you have to have 7 streams of income. It's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
I think it's super bullshit.
Focus on one thing.
Thank you, Daniel. That's exactly what I tell people. Focus on that one fucking thing.
One hustle show.
That's
One
why
hustle
we
show.
call it.
Thank you.
You could focus on that. I'm not saying bullshit to a point. Hold on. Let me finish it off. It's okay to have multiple streams of income. 100%. I have 4 right now. 100%. And I will continually have more. But I focused on one thing and I crushed it for 8 years. Now that one thing gets me 2nd stream of income, 3rd stream of income, 4th stream of income, 5th stream of income. So if you don't focus, like most people nowadays that I know, they're into this, they're into crypto, NFT, sports betting, real estate, all these fucking things, 7 different things. But what are you good at? You're not good at anything. You're only good at just rolling the dice, thinking one's going to make you rich. No, bro, you have to focus on one thing that makes you money, gives you freedom, the bills, the utilities. You want to make sure you have a place to live. You're dumping money on every single thing that you have no idea about, then you're going to have a nervous breakdown in your head, like an internal conflict. Like, oh, I don't know what else I got to do now. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is not working. This is not working. I know clients that have cut off. Me personally, I don't want your 5K. I don't want your 20K. I do not want it because you don't know how to manage your money. People don't know. Anyone could be a bettor. You could be a bettor. You guys could technically be a gambler if you wanted to. But it's about managing your money, having a unit system, figuring out that this is a long-term game. This is not, you're not going to make AJ money in 6 months of betting with me. You're not. Like our friend Ross sitting outside. I'm mentoring him, like, you know, like you guys mentoring each other. I told him he was betting $50 a game, and now dude's betting $600 a game. He's a school teacher. Probably the only school teacher bet on sports right now in CCSD, you know? So that's like, to me, that's awesome to see and hear from him. Like, dude, I made $4K with you this week. That's side income. But guess what? His mainstream of income, CCSD, right? He didn't quit that. But I quit AT&T because I saw a future in me of owning my own shit. That's why I quit my 9 to 5, because it kept me from
doing
what
more of that.
Absolutely.
That's what I tell agents when they come on. I said, I highly encourage you to keep the job that you have currently until this starts making you more money or it's interfering with you making money.
100%.
Because that's going to get you the
bro.
connections. And that's going to get you the connections, and that they already like, know, and trust you because they work with you or they come in and do business with you in the work that you're doing currently.
Yeah.
And then you can just branch off.
100%.
Get rid of that.
No.
Keep that and
That's your vehicle.
Yeah. So
I watched my mom.
Don't get mad at your
She was
vehicle.
a dealer.
Yeah.
And she worked nights at the dealer job and went and worked at the builder during the day until the builder was making her enough money she could
to leave. Yeah. I worked Starbucks, AT&T at the same time. And I went to UNLV. Yeah, when I was your age.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, 2 years ago. So, but I'm like, I was thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm just now trading hours to dollars. I've already learned the game of AT&T. What else can I fucking do? District manager and make $170 a year? Cool. Then I'm going to have to work 60 hours a week, like probably more. You know,
80.
And then I'm not going to have friends like that kind of a friends I don't want to be around. Like, it's just, none of those people are doing good in life anyway nowadays. They're not my neighbors. You know what I'm saying? They're not my neighbors. So they're not doing it. They don't have a Lambo. They don't have anything going on, or they don't have anything that could bring in like supplemental stream of income. I have that now. So now I could branch off and get into other streams, cannabis, real estate, commercial real estate, bunch of other shit that I'm trying to do. And then it gives you the freedom to, okay, cool, I could do that. Get up and leave. Catch a flight. Boom. Got a meeting in LA. I literally do that. And you guys I don't even post about that on Instagram. Why? I don't.
Keep your business private.
Oh yeah, I know, 100%.
Privacy is a beautiful thing.
I literally shared that on my Facebook the other day. Yeah, I'm like,
Privacy
I only post what I want you guys to see. Oh yeah, there's so many things most people don't even know, bro.
I ran this last 2 quarters silent. Like I haven't really let people know what I'm doing. I've hinted and.
Well, you don't want to put it out there too early either, because that bad energy would fuck you up, man.
I don't need it.
They will mess up your goals, your laws of attraction.
It's been good.
That was fucking great.
Thank you.
Well, that was an amazing episode of the One Hustle Show. So happy to have our guest today. I learned a ton, and hope you enjoyed the show. Like, share, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. And you can reach my guy over here at betwithaj.lv. And then what's your email if they want to reach you?
Picks at betwithaj.com. My website's www.betwithaj.com.
Boom.
Boom. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
One Hustle Show rocks.